Hello everyone! Today I wanted to show you how I like to cut some of my favorite vegetables for grilling. You can grill just about any vegetables, but I definitely have my favorites and my favorite way to cut them. So I'm going to show you that today in this quick video. Enjoy! Today I'm going to show you how to prepare corn, carrots, zucchini, peppers, cabbage, and tomatoes for grilling. First, we're going to start with zucchini, just the long, dark green kind. And when people grill these, I notice that a lot of times they'll cut them horizontally in these little slices. And I think that makes grilling really difficult because you end up with all these little rounds that can fall through the grilling grate super easily. So what I like to do instead is cut the top off my zucchini and then cut them into long slices vertically so that you end up with these nice big pieces that don't fall through the grill as easily. They don't have to be all exactly the same size, but similar is good. Let's see that again. So I just go ahead and cut off the top there and cut them lengthwise, maybe 1/2 inch thick, 1/4 inch thick, so that they're easier to grill. Next up is cabbage. Now, cabbage isn't something that you typically see thrown on the grill, but it is absolutely delicious. It chars up a little bit, which accentuates the sweetness of the cabbage. And you want to start by just go ahead and cutting right down the middle. And the trick to grilling cabbage is keeping that core intact on every single chunk that you cut. So I like to cut them in 6 to 8 pieces. You can see how I left the core there so that the leaves all stay attached. And I use the core as my guide, so I just go ahead and cut right through the core so I make sure that every wedge has a little bit of core attached there, as I'm showing you there. If you have a larger cabbage, you can cut it into 8 pieces total. This was kind of a smaller cabbage, so 6 pieces is good. It'll grill up just fine. That one's got a little bit of core, and this last one, perfect, got a little bit of core attached there. All right, so next up, carrots. Another item you don't typically see on the grill, but they're actually really good grilled. You don't have to do much to carrots. You can cut them lengthwise down the middle if they're really fat carrots, but these are nice and slim, so you really don't have to worry about any of that. Just scrub them really well or peel them if you like. These I just scrubbed with my veggie brush. I'm going to oil them up later, and that's that. Corn, same thing with corn. You don't have to do much to it. Some people like to peel it and char it a little bit, but I personally just like to toss it on the grill just like that in its husk. I don't worry about removing any of the silk or anything inside. And you leave it on there for 10 to 15 minutes and it just softens right up. You can peel it after it's cooked, and it's a really easy way to do corn. Peppers. These little peppers are great for throwing on the grill. You really don't have to do anything besides rinse them. If you have bell peppers, you can cut them in half and take out the core and then go ahead and just throw the halves on the grill. That works really well too. Now, tomatoes, I like to just cut them in half, and you want to use a tomato that's a little bit firmer, a little bit less ripe. If you use a super ripe tomato like that other one I had on the board, it's just going to kind of fall apart on you. So use a firmer tomato. I go ahead and just cut it in half, oil it up, grill it flat side down, and that's it. Turns out really well. Now once you have all your veggies ready to go ahead and oil them up. I like to use extra virgin olive oil here. And you want to just make sure to get all the sides of your veggies coated. So I just do that with my hands. Flip over my cabbage pieces, rub the veggies a little bit just to make sure all sides are coated. And then you also want to make sure to salt here as well. I like to keep it simple, just salt and pepper. If you want to use some kind of spice blend, you can do that here too. Here we go. It's time to toss your veggies on the grill right over those coals. And this is what you'll get. I like to douse with a little bit of balsamic vinegar at the end. And just serve it up like this on a tray or cut up some of the veggies and make a salad.